What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day today so far. Um, Getting into this episode of GH, Anna Devane is on my shit list at this point. And you know me, I love me some Anna. Typically, I do, but she's really like irritating my soul right now because there's just no lengths that woman will go uh, to protect her little nephew's son. Like, she is willing to do the most for that boy. And I really don't understand it because not that long ago, all she was to Peter a minute ago was the bitch who gave birth to him. But come to find out, it was another bitch that gave birth to him, and it wasn't Anna. Um, but she is really protecting him, and I don't blame Liz for confronting Anna about it. That's her son, quote unquote. So it is Peter's fault. And when Liz was defending Franco to Anna and, going off about Peter, Anna sat right there talking about you can't blame Peter for Alexis's actions. Are you shitting me? It was that article that put the whole thing in motion. Anna was dead wrong for the way that she spoke, sitting there talking about, oh, you can't blame Peter. It is Peter's fault. He had no right to access those medical records. And I don't understand why Franco and Liz is not suing the bejesus out of his ass right about now, because that's what I would be doing. Um, And I don't blame Liz for basically telling Anna that she doesn't feel safe to go to the wedding at this point. She don't feel like it's safe for Franco to be at the wedding or for her to be at the wedding for that matter. Um, as much as she loves Finn and she loves her niece, she has no intention of going to the wedding. And I, for one, cannot blame Liz for making that decision. Because Franco going to the wedding would he already has a target on his back at this point, thanks to that dumbass article. Um, And for Peter to run a news magazine and you're supposed to be a journalist or have journalists and you're supposed to be the editor in chief, you're supposed to do some fact checking. Before you run an article, you're supposed to check your facts before you run it. See, that's the problem with these little gossip rags. They don't run their facts. They just see something, run with the story, get it mostly wrong. And that's what he did. Franco has had no symptoms of violence. He's had no symptoms of it. He hasn't lashed out violently, like as reverting back to the old him. He hasn't done any of that as of yet. So for Peter to run that story without doing some asking the right questions or whatever, and on top of that, you access that man's medical files illegally. You had no right to do that. And Anna, of course, is going to sit there and defend him like the fool that she has become, because that's what Anna has become, a fool. And you want to know what's funny? When Anna went to go see Dante, she apologized to Dante for Peter's part in all of this. I said, really? That was some funny shit. How are you going to apologize to him for Peter's part? But 5 minutes ago, you just told Liz that she can't blame Peter for all of that, for Alexis's actions. But you apologize to Dante for it. Make it make sense. Pick one. Like, come on, Anna. You contradicted yourself. Anna need to go sit down somewhere. She really do. Like, she's really on my shit list at this point. Um, she really is. So anyway, she's starting to put the pieces together to Kevin. She's really starting to put everything together. That the common denominator, that the connection between Franco, Obrecht, Dr. Kirk, Dante, the common denominator is Peter. So she's starting to put everything together now. And she pretty much told Kevin that she was going to, find out what's really going on no matter where it leads. See, that's why I don't trust Anna, because I call bullshit on her, because she claims that she's going to follow the truth, follow the evidence, no matter where it leads. The last time she did that, she found a connection between Peter and the gunman who was hired to go after Franco and Andre Maddox. She found the link between the two. And what did she do with that information? She buried the goddamn information. She didn't want to go public with it. She tried to lie about it, hide it, all of that. So I don't trust her at this point. Hell no, I don't trust her. She's crooked. She'll do anything to protect Peter and to keep his sorry ass out of prison. I don't trust her at all at this point. Anna is just full of shit right about now. And no matter what she tries to do, it's not going to stop the truth from coming out. I was so pissed when she overheard Franco's conversation with Kevin, where he needed a session and stuff like that. And she was sitting there eavesdropping around the corner, listening, ear hustling, um, about Franco saying that he's hearing Peter's voice in his head talking to Drew. Like he has Drew's old memories again. I don't trust her at all, because if the truth leads to bringing down Peter, I don't think she's going to use it. She's going to bury it, or she's going to try to help him bury it. I don't trust her ass. I don't trust her at all at this point. Alexis has become a hot ass mess. She's been a hot mess for quite some time. Um, People just want to see her get back on her feet and do good. Now that she's sober, she pretty much talking about she want to drink. And I'm glad Martin talked her out of that. He was like, no, that's what got you into this shit in the first place, because you keep drinking and you don't want to stop. That's what's getting you into this. And now that she's sober, she's seeing herself differently now. She's not liking what she's seeing as a sober person. That this is what her life has turned into. Well, Alexis, this is what your life has become. You are a drunk. And every time somebody tries to get you some help, you don't want to. And now you want to go right back to sucking on that bottle. I do respect the fact that she doesn't want Martin to pretty much get her off the hook. She wants to plead guilty now. And just face the consequences. And she just keep telling Martin that he should just drop her as a client and let her sit in jail. Martin was like, no. He said, I'm a damn good attorney. I love what I do. And you ain't about to go to no jail. Not with me as your attorney. You're not. And he's going to defend her whether she likes it or not. Alexis, what she needs to realize is, I understand that when you drink, you know, when a person drinks, they're doing it to numb the pain. It's like to escape. Alcohol, drugs, whatever. It's their escape from reality. It's their escape from whatever bad is going on in their life. And yeah, it does give you that escape. But guess what? You're going to sober up. And when you sober up, your problems are still going to be there. Hell, depending on what you did while you were under the influence, when you sober up, your problems are going to be bigger than what they were because of what you did while you were under the influence. And that's what happened to Alexis. Every time she's under the influence, the smaller shit that she does when she was drunk before, and then when she gets drunk again, she makes them a hell of a lot bigger. I mean, she barely escaped a DUI charge, got out of that, and now you're in some bigger shit. Now you want an attempted murder. All while you were intoxicated. And you still sitting here talking about, oh, I want another drink right now. Alexis, okay, it's time to cut the bullshit with her. It is. It's time for her to cut the bullshit. Now it's time for her to put her big girl pants on, get your life back, and stop the drinking. Because now you're getting ridiculous. Like, she was ridiculous before, but now it's getting way out of control. Like, she really needs to go to a program now and get her shit together. You know, because you are looking at facing years in prison. Attempted murder is no joke. That is no laughing matter. I do respect the fact that she went to go see Dante and apologize to him and stuff like that. But Dante pretty much told her, you know, make things right with your family, you know, with your daughter. You know, and Alexis just felt like she couldn't make things right with Sam. Like, nothing she say, she felt was going to make things right with her. So, you know, Dante pretty much had to urge Sam to go after Alexis. And Sam told Alexis, let's go to a meeting. Like, let's go. We're going to a meeting. And I'm glad Sam did that, you know, because Alexis needs it. Because Sam was letting her know, like, if you don't go to this meeting, how many more people have to get hurt while you're intoxicated for you to realize you need help? Like, Alexis need to get it together. Do it now. So anyway, moving on from that, Cyrus is running around doing whatever he can, emotionally blackmailing people, trying to, you know, play victim, all in the name of getting his mama back. I don't feel sorry for Cyrus. I feel sorry for Florence, because his elderly mother did not deserve this. Martin didn't deserve this. They got dragged into some shit that Cyrus done started. So they shouldn't have to pay for Cyrus's sins, especially Florence, being at her age and her health condition and stuff. She shouldn't have to pay for her son's stupid ass choices. I'm just saying. So he tried to show Laura some picture of Gordon and Florence and baby Martin, trying to play on her sympathies, and Laura didn't fall for that shit. She was like, I already know what you're trying to do. You trying to, prey on my vulnerability, my sympathy, trying to play the family card just to get her to talk to Jason and Carly about giving his mama back. And Laura wasn't buying it. So of course he went to Jordan trying to make some type of little negotiation with her. If she could help him get his mother back, then he'll let uh Taggart walk away scot free. He won't harm him. He won't nothing. He'll just get his life back. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him with that. There's no way. His word don't mean shit at this point. But Laura did talk to Martin, and she pretty much told Martin that she's gonna try and help get his mom back, not for Cyrus but for Martin, because she feels like Martin doesn't deserve it. Florence doesn't deserve this, so she's willing to do what she can to help get Florence back, at least for Martin's sake, not for Cyrus's. And that's what I love about Laura. Because as much as she don't like Cyrus, she does. She's starting to build some type of relationship with Martin, and she's willing to help Martin because she can see how much this is hurting him, with his mom being missing or kidnapped or whatever, and her health issues. He doesn't know if she's being well taken care of or not. He doesn't want his mom getting hurt in a crossfire. I totally get it. So I think it's a stand up thing for Laura to do, as usual. Classy lady. um and I'm just loving the relationship that Laura and Martin are building. As much as she can't stand Cyrus, I'm glad she doesn't feel the same way about Martin. Because Martin is a decent person. He got his shadiness to him. Like, he's done some shady things. But, he's a hell of a lot better than Cyrus. I will say that much. He got his shadiness to him, but I would take him over Cyrus. And I'm pretty sure Laura feels the same way at this point. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, I didn't give a shit about Peter and Maxie's little conversation. He's met up with somebody to get the wedding rings that he purchased or whatever for their wedding. I didn't give a shit about that. When Maxie went to go see Dante and he was asleep, she kept trying to tell him, oh, he needs to, get better for Lulu, and she want him at her wedding. I'm like, Maxie, go sit down. Don't nobody give a shit about that wedding but you and Peter. Y'all the only two that care about that raggedy ass wedding because nobody else wants to see it happen. Only reason why I want to see that wedding is so somebody can finally take his ass down. And Obrecht is racing against the clock at this point because she made it abundantly clear that they need the smoking gun to take him down. She wants Franco to go to Kevin, so Kevin can unlock those memories and help Franco. The problem is she doesn't want Anna to know nothing about that, but it's too late. Anna already knows. But I'm glad Franco confided in Liz about Obrecht and stuff like that. That she cleared her name, she's innocent, and she's being set up. They need to take Peter ass down now. At this point, they need to get on it and do the damn thing. Cause I'm ready for my boo Obrecht to come back. And of course, Obrecht put on her wig and snuck into Dante's room and talked to him. Because when Dante woke up and he talked to Sam, he had no idea why he went to save Franco. But, Obrecht came in and basically let him know, like, we got to kick this thing into high gear. Like, we got to take Peter down. And that's what Dante wants too. So, I love my boo Obrecht. She always got a little trick up her sleeve and she's showing it. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. I really did. I thought this was a pretty good episode. GH is kicking it up in high gear in some aspects. We need to get, some of these storylines wrapped up, but I'm loving the dialogue. Like, I'm liking this, the way that they're doing things right now. Is it perfect? No, of course, but you're never gonna get perfect, but I'll take this. So anyway, hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a good night. Peace.